live episode of the Preacher Girl podcast. So, you see these lines in the background here on the shiplap? That's gonna drive me crazy because if this thing is not straight and those lines look bad, okay, now we're good. Phew, that's my OCD that kicks in. Anyway, today my special guest is Kayla Ward. And if you are a preacher girl or a hooper, then you recognize her. For those of you who are here for the first time, Kayla, hi everyone. Hi, welcome. Go ahead and share this live to somebody. Let them know we're here. And yes, I have giveaways, lots and lots of Everbee giveaways. But today, I wanted to do something super special and I invited Kayla to be here. So say hi, Kayla.
Hi, everyone.
So Kayla's gonna have to speak up because she's
Oh.
the quietest, gentlest, littlest voice you ever heard. And which is the perfect reason why when I met Kayla, I didn't meet her. She's been in my church for many years. How long?
It's gonna be 7 years.
7 years. If you can hear her, let me know. If you can't hear Kayla, put the air so I'll know. She'll know that she needs to speak up, right? So she's not trying to be quiet. That's just the way Kayla speaks, and she is so pretty. And you said Kayla is so pretty.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And Fanny says she couldn't hear. Okay, so Kayla, you can speak up a little bit. So a few years ago, I did a video blog actually on starting your own podcast. And I challenged all of the preacher girls to start a podcast and to get your voice out there, especially if you're called to ministry. Some of you did one episode. We had some promising podcasts started. I gave you the really, really, really easy way to start a podcast. And Kayla was one of the people that started it. Well, she recorded, I think 2 episodes.
I did.
Do you remember what they were about?
The first one was with my high school experience, and the second one was probably about hair.
Hair.
Yeah.
So since then, you graduated from high school.
Yes.
Right. So Kayla is no longer in high school. What are you doing?
Well, currently I am entering senior year of my college career. I pursue computer programming and information systems as my major.
So that's what she's doing. But this is what happened. This is why she's here. So one day I am driving somewhere very, very far and I'm listening to her podcast. And when I picked up Pastor Kurt, he gets in the car and he's just listening to the podcast with me. And then finally when it was over, he's like, "Who is that?" And I said, "That's Kayla." He's like, "Kayla who? Is that a famous person?" And I said, "No, that's Kayla Ward from church." And he's like, "Kayla Ward? How does she sound like that?" I said, "Well, that's exactly how she talks." Kayla has one of the most I think calmest and stress relieving voices I've ever heard in my life. And it's how she talks all the time. It's how she screams. It's how she cries. It's how she whispers. And so I told her, I said, "Girl, it doesn't really matter what you say. As long as you say it in that voice, people will listen." I know I'm talking a lot. I'm going to give her the floor in a second. But I need you to know that. So she stopped. She stopped for a long time and then recently restarted her blog and she has, I think, 10?
Yes.
10 new episodes. So Kayla, you tell us first. Tell the girls, and I'm going to tell you where to find the blog so you can all go subscribe. And then one of the people, the first person, you're probably going to run off and go subscribe right now, aren't you? The first person to subscribe at the end of this podcast, Kayla's podcast, you win one of our Everbee Eternal eyeliners. Now, you guys know it is jet black. It's called Eternal because it lasts forever. It's the perfect eyeliner to tightline your eyes as well as do your winged eye. And I have 12 of them to give away today. All of these. Thank you so much to my friend Candace, who is the owner of Everbee, the brand, and for sending me all those goodies. And she gave them to me, but I want to give them away to you. So, Kayla, tell us what your blog's about.
Okay, so
It's not a blog, it's a podcast.
yes. So, my podcast is basically sharing the practical things that we do in everyday life and how I find God in almost everything. I talk about emotional intelligence, hearing the voice of God, even talking about Bible translations, like some questions that young adults may have. I talk about them on my podcast.
Okay.
And yeah.
And so tell us what of all your 10 so far, what's your favorite one?
My favorite one would probably be me sharing my opinion on TikTok because I use TikTok and I know everyone else uses it. I just wanted to share some insight about it because some people don't really realize how much TikTok affects your daily life. And I hope that it just gives people a new perspective when using that application.
Yeah, that's a really good thing to go listen to about TikTok. This happened to me. I like on Instagram, this channel grows very organically. I have the least subscribers on YouTube from all the social media platforms, but on TikTok, I have 40,000 followers in like no time at all because it grows so fast. There's so many people on TikTok, and it's so easy, really. To not only get your face out there, but we know that there are all kinds of sinister things that happen in the background of TikTok. So you talk about those things?
Yes,
All right. So are you still on TikTok?
absolutely.
She
I
said,
am.
absolutely. So am I. So am I. And I know everybody has their opinions about that, about whether or not you should be on TikTok or not. So far there are 45 people live here on this vlog, and we hope that your subscriptions on your podcast goes up by at least that much by the end of this. It's so good. I'm telling you, when you're driving home from work or first thing in the morning, Kayla's voice is really, I think, her gift from God. And so, Kayla, tell us a little bit about your background. Tell us where you're from and who you are.
Alrighty, so my parents are from Guyana. I know a lot of people think I'm just American. I'm not just American. I'm Guyanese, but I was born in Brooklyn and now I reside in Queens. Surprisingly, I look like I'm from the suburbs, but I'm from the city.
Why do you think you look like you're from the suburbs?
I don't know, I think it's just a way I carry myself.
Yeah, she does carry herself like a country girl, doesn't she? And we like it. It's. I've asked you this before, and I'm sure you guys wonder how Kayla made it through high school, being as quiet and she told me some things, and I heard it in one of her early podcasts about your high school experience. Tell them about that.
Okay. So from from middle school to the beginning of high school, I was still trying to figure myself out. I separated from my friend group in middle school, and then as I went to high school, I was pretty much all alone. And I had recently started the church as well. That was like in 2015, 16. And then from in high school, I had to. It's kind of like I became like a different person because with going to church, it had such a huge influence on how I carried myself in school, how I acted towards people, how I treated teachers as well. I knew that I couldn't do certain things like the other kids. Like it just came to me. I just knew that I couldn't drink, I couldn't smoke, and I never pressured myself to do anything that I didn't want to do because it was the Holy Spirit inside of me. So definitely, it was definitely the Holy Spirit who carried me throughout those years, and every year I saw growth within myself during high school.
I remember when I asked you if you were ever bullied, you told me no, but you were a bully.
I was
Tell us about that. How does
in
that
middle
work?
school.
In middle school. Can you imagine Kayla being a middle school bully? Does anybody believe this? I was like, no, so who did you beat up? And what did you say? Are you kidding? You're making this up. Did I not? I had the hardest time. Can you imagine her? So this is when you're what, 10, 11, 12?
Yes.
And you picked on people?
In a
Look, it's your
way,
story.
In a way, yes, I did.
Why'd you do that?
Because bad company corrupts good character.
Yeah.
And I was hanging around the wrong people as well.
Well, that's a good, that's the truth. And that applies not only when you're 10, 11, and 12, but when you're 30 and 40 and 50. Bad company does corrupt good character. I tell parents all the time, when your kids leave for college, right? They could be the perfect kids. When your kids leave for high school, they could be upstanding, Holy Ghost filled, fall out on the altar and cry. But who they go to school with, who their friend group becomes, who befriends them first. And this is something I noticed in church even. When new people come, it's always the least likely, it's always the one person you don't want them to hook up with or be friends with. That's the person who befriends them first. And so you can see and I personally believe there's a spiritual thing there that happens where um, the enemy really sets up godly children, godly people, to meet the wrong kind of company so that they go down that path really quickly. Because in those environments, you just want to please your friends. You just want to be accepted. You just want to have, fit in and blend in. All right. So, what do you think that the goal of your podcast is when you because some of these girls have podcasts with 2 episodes. Some of you have more than 2 episodes. People come and tell me, Pastor, I started a podcast. And most of the times I get excited, but many times I don't, because the key is not in starting it only. That's important. But consistency is key. What do you do on those weeks? Because I'm surprised you have 10. How often are you posting?
Weekly.
Weekly. And what do you do on those weeks when you don't want to show up?
Take a break and come back, if I'm being very honest.
The following week.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm glad Kayla. Now Kayla is one of my young people in my youth group. She's one of the youth leaders, and so I feel like I have that permission, and I do all the time encourage her to do this. But this is what I do on the weeks I don't want to show up. Like last week, I didn't, but it's not because we were really in a pickle. We had 0 days, 0 time, and there are those days when time just does not allow me to put a vlog out. But today I'm super busy. I have a meeting at 2:30 and another one at 3:30. But I remember I'm not showing up for me. I'm showing up for you. I'm showing up because them seeing you and seeing how quiet you are and how shy you naturally are, but still you're pushing yourself to do what they think they can do better, might encourage someone to do it. Because if you've got a voice, then God has invested that voice in you, and so you show up even when you don't feel like it. Even if what you're producing doesn't feel like it's the right quality. Even if, you feel like you're flying by the seat of your pants. You'd be surprised how that's the podcast that everybody identifies with, because it's so real and so authentic and so raw. People prefer that. Even if you get up there and say, look, today I don't want to do this, it's the last thing in the world I want to do is get and sit before this microphone and say anything. But I'm here because I've committed to it.
Yes.
Right? And I didn't call you here to give you life lessons. I call you here to encourage somebody. So what are your goals for the podcast? Podcast, do you have any?
Yes.
We're gonna make some if she doesn't have some. Okay, but I think
Definitely. Well, it was spoken to me that it would reach the nation, so that's the thing, honestly.
yeah, that I love that. And I remember that prophecy where the Lord said that the words of her mouth would reach the nations. And TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, vlogs, blogs, podcasts have reached the nations. Yesterday, we had a couple from our church that were from Melbourne in Australia. And I saw them when I was preaching, but it didn't occur to me that I didn't know them because I don't know all the people. And after the service, they come up and they said, hi, we're from Australia. And I said, nice to meet you. And then they said, we saw you on Facebook. And just stopped in New York. And he said, specifically, he said, I want you to know that thousands of miles away, what you're saying is changing our lives. What you're saying, when we couldn't find a church that taught the uncompromising gospel of Jesus, we found you. And let me tell you something, that gave me the motivation I needed to show up on Instagram. That's where he found us, on Instagram, and then jumped over to Facebook for the live. But to show up and to say, you know what? It doesn't matter who doesn't like it. And that's the thing. How are you going to deal with the people who say, why are you making a podcast? You shouldn't. You sound awful.
I just remember that I don't really. Yeah, I know you said we do it for other people, but we also do it for him.
Yeah. Speak up, Kayla.
Oh, they can hear me.
When I whisper, you can hear me just as loud as you're hearing Kayla, I'm sure.
Okay, I'll repeat myself. I was saying how when Pastor said that we do it for the people as well, but when when all the negativity comes, I would just remember that I do it for Him,
Yeah,
Jesus.
and that's a good idea. How one way I deal with it is I don't read comments. People tell me all the time, you didn't see my comment. I said, and you're right. I don't read the bad ones, but I don't read the good ones either. The only way I read a comment is if Shania or someone sees it and says, you need to see this, then I read it. Because as much as I don't want the bad stuff to get in my heart and discourage me, I don't want the good stuff to get in my heart and puff me up and make me prideful, right? But you know why Kayla's on this show today? You know why she's on this podcast? Because I believe that every single person, every woman that's listening today, every girl, every female, every single one of you have a seed. You have something to carry. You have that, for the Spirit of the Lord is upon you, and He has overshadowed you. And just like He did to Mary, He's put something that's great, the Word of God, inside of your belly. And you just need to find the way to bring it out. And if you love Kayla's voice, then you owe it, not just to your sister, but you owe it to the Lord, to let her know that, look, girl, your voice, I'm hearing it. I'm hearing you. And you're doing a great job. And I love what you're doing. And keep doing it. Because out there aren't that many girls that are really helping other girls. And there aren't that many women. They say they are, but then they sell you their course, right? They say they are, but then you got to subscribe to their subscription thing. And just encourage one another and just give one another the kind of encouragement that will make them keep going and make them understand that there's so much greatness in their belly, you know? All right, so we're gonna talk a little bit more tequila. I don't have much time left. You have a watch on? Neither of us have a watch. You have your phone? Okay, good. We have 18 minutes. So I want to give away some of these eyeliners, right? And they are, like I said, these are Everbee. If you do not support Everbee Cosmetics, what is your issue? This is called, this eyeliner that I love is called Eternal. But all of her eyeliners, the line is gaze upon Him. Do you see that? It says gaze upon Him, the Him being Jesus Christ. And so there is a message of the scripture in every single one of these that Candice, my friend, this is the same people, let me tell you, the same people that manufacture some of the brand names that maybe I can. Huda and Kylie, and the same factory, the same company that manufactures some of their products is the same company that manufactures hers. They're amazing quality. This is not shipped in from some mass-produced factory somewhere where they're using questionable products. It's all highly sustainable products and eco-friendly. It's so good. When her lip butters first came out and they weren't to her liking and they did not pass her quality test, she redid it. She had them redo this formula. Look at that. That's what I have on my lips right now. Isn't that so beautiful? And this one is Faber. I said earlier that I was wearing Humility, but I was really wearing Faber. And this is a lip butter. Perfect for these sweltering summer months when you don't want all that lipstick and lip gloss that's greasy and you're sweaty and then your hair goes and sticks up on your lip. It's the worst. I mean, I know you girls like your shiny lips and stuff, but butter is better. Thank you. Thank you, Shiki. Shiki says she loves the color and she needs that in her life. All right, well, Shiki, since you need it in your life, you can have the Favor. Right? I don't know how Favor is going to look on you, but it's yours. All right, let's give away eyeliners. And Kayla, I'm going to let you swipe on the comments 3 times, and the person who your finger touches, that's the one who's gonna win the first eyeliners to go. So she's gonna swipe up and down, and if you've commented, then you and just put your finger on any random one. Let's see what we have here. We have Christelle Borgella. Chris, you just won one. Thank you to Kayla. Kayla, you hold out for Christelle. Let's do another one. All right, I will give the next one to the third person to write PG Forever. That's what you gotta write, PG Forever. And the third one I see that writes PG Forever, you win the second eyeliner from Ever Be. And let's see, one. Okay, one so far, two, three, and that is Rana Amelia Ramrup. You are the winner. If you are in Trinidad, you let me know in the comments. I'm coming to Trinidad next week, week after next. I'll bring it with me. I'm not shipping it. I'll just bring it with me and you can get it. All right. The next one, if you're going to skate night tonight, if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, you don't know. But the first person that says you're going to skate night tonight, then you get the next one. If you're going to skate night, all right, Rana says she's from Trinidad. I'll bring it to you over there. And say, if you're going, say, I'm going. If you're not going, don't say, are you going, okay? If you're going, I'm going. So let's see who that is. Devika. Is that Devika? Am I reading that right? Lachman.
Yes.
Devika Lachman, are you in New York? If you are, you just won the third eyeliner. Congratulations. Woohoo! All right, let's do another one. You swipe 5 times and put your finger on somebody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's touch any random one. And we got Cheryl Williams. Cheryl Williams, you just won an eyeliner. Congratulations. These are going so fast and people are getting so desperate that they don't know. All right, let's give away an eyeliner again. Who was the main character? Who was the main character in the sermon I preached yesterday? Don't say Jesus. He's always the main character. First person to write who is the main character in the sermon I preached last night, you win the next eyeliner. Let's see. If you didn't watch the live, oopsie, you just get points because you watch. Let's see. We remember where I'm going. Yes, me. She's in New York. Oh, yeah. Devika. Okay. Yes, me. Beat me. Nobody said it yet because there's a delay, so I'm waiting for the answer. The first person to say his name, you win. Me. Yay, Cheryl, we won eyeliner. Okay, who was the main character in the sermon I preached last night? If you're writing it and we're not seeing it, it's not our fault. Oh, there we go. It started. The first person that said it was... What is that?
Looks like Stacy.
Stacy PH, is that what it says? Stacy PH, I don't know what PH means, but let me know who you are. Give me your actual name. And so this is yours. I don't know where you are. I don't know who you are, but that's yours. Is that like our Stacy from upstairs or is it another Stacy? I don't know. Is it my Stacy from Haiti? Let me know. All right, next one. Let's give this one away to... Why do I keep flinging these all over the place? The next eyeliner, hear this, is going to someone who's already registered, listen, for the Immerse Conference 2023. You've registered for the Immersed Conference. That is the in-person Preacher Girl Hope NYC conference. You've already registered. Right, I'm registered. I'll cross-check that. Michelle would know. Wait, I see it already. Who is that? That thing, that's Kadia Alexander. Yay, Kadia! You just won an eyeliner. Congratulations. All right, let's see. Those of you, the next one is going to go to somebody who's registered for the PG Online Summit. And the registration, that's free, and our registration started on Monday at midnight, Sunday at midnight, Monday morning. If you've already registered, you can't write I registered because it's gonna roll into the other one. So you have to write PG Summit. If you write PG Summit, the first person that writes that gets the next one. PG Summit. And this is I'm giving away 2 more eyeliners after this one. Okay, let's see. PG Summit, and the first person that said it was... Oh, wait, let me see. PG Summit, is that correct? Yeah, Nadia Mirage. Nadia, you win something every single time. Congratulations. Okay, so all of you are saying it, so I'm just going back to the top, and the first one that pops up on mine wins. Let's see, another one. Let's see. I'm gonna swipe, and then I'll let you swipe, and that's gonna be the last one. I'm gonna swipe 6 times for the month. No, 7 for the month of July. Put my finger on a random name, and then we'll give it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pray harder. 7, and the winner is Diane Pancham. You just won this eyeliner. Congratulations! Woohoo! All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, you ready? How many times are you gonna swipe?
5.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see who you got. I can't see it. You gotta put your finger on it.
Okay.
Oh, her eyes are closed.
Goines. It was Mona Goines.
Who?
Mona Goines.
Mona Goines. I don't know who you are, but if you can hear me, you just won an eyeliner. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right, I'm going to give away some lip butters right now. All right, if you are into lip butters, then you want to win this. One of the prettiest colors really is this forgiveness color. It's all sealed, so you can't really see it. So gorgeous, especially for those of you who like the lighter colors. Kimmy, this color reminds me of you. It really does. I love the butter. This one is a lipstick. It's radiant, but it's a moisturizing lip butter lipstick. I am going to keep favor for myself. This is not the one I used. I have another one at home. Actually, I'll give it away. I'll just buy more from her website. Just making sure it wasn't the one I used. No, it wasn't. All right, so I'm gonna give these away. So I'll give I'll start with gentleness. You know what, Kimmy? I'm just gonna give you this one. It's very, very light on the color. I mean, but it adds just the cutest hint of pink, and I've seen you wear some. So this is for you, Kim, just for being here today. And this next one is called Forgiveness. And if you could tell me the first person to say where our international guest that I mentioned yesterday, I mentioned that showed up at church, where were they from? If you, the first person to write it, you win. The first person to tell me where our guest came and said they saw us on Instagram and they flew to New York and had to find the church. So the first person that says it, you win forgiveness. Let's see. So pretty me, I'm right here. I'm still waiting. Hold on. Oh, I just gotta scroll down. Let's see. All right, there we got it. All right, so the first person was Nadia, but Nadia says you won the eyeliner. I'm gonna give it to the next person, and that's Carol Dolphin. Sister Carol, you just won forgiveness. Congratulations. I'm just sharing the love, and I know Nadia doesn't mind. So Nadia, if you win the next one, you get to keep it, okay? All right, so next I'm gonna give away Radiant. I'm not, honestly, I'm not sure whether this is the lipstick or the radiant highlighter, because it had I don't want to peel it off. It has a plastic over it that has the name and the product description, but I don't want to open your stuff. So whatever you win here, trust me, it's gonna be beautiful. Everything from Everbee is so good on your skin, and it's beautiful, and it's hyperallergenic, and it's organic, and it's yummy. All right, so radiant, let's see. If you are already subscribed to Kayla's podcast, do you know everybody who's subscribed? Pretty much.
I have a number.
All right. So if you have already subscribed to her podcast in the past, will you just write, I'm subscribed. If you're not, don't do it. And just write, I'm subscribed. Okay, Michelle Solomon. Michelle Solomon, Radiant is yours. Congratulations. That's for you. And that's just because you follow Kayla already. Right now, I want to give away Humility. This is my favorite. You probably know because I keep talking about it all day long. Look at that pink. It's so pretty. It's not what I'm wearing now. This is more of a nude. This is more of a pink nude, which is very flattering. But it's not thick. It's my favorite. This sells for $12.99 on her website. And I gotta tell you, the other day when I got online and I told you she had a sale, it was 3 of these for the price of 1. If you did not take advantage, shame, 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 shame. All right, so if you would like to win this one, the 5th person to write "I want it," you get it. That's easy. Shiki's like, I love winning. We know. I wanted 1. I wanted 2. I wanted 3. I wanted 4. Janelle Sinot. Janelle Sinot, you just won. Congratulations. Woohoo! All right, and then next we have Favor. The one I'm wearing, not the same one, just one just like it. It's Favor. It's yours. I opened it up at the house. I did not wear the same one. But I opened it up to see because it was in a black case just like this and I couldn't read what it was. This says Perpetual Praise on it. And then it says Psalms 34 and 1. Like that. All right, and I'm going to give it away to the first person. Oh, I have a good one. Wait, let's see. I won Favor. I won it. I'm starting to believe my job is plotting against me. I really would like it. Okay, let's give it away. I'll give it away. I'll swipe 10 times and just give it away. It's easiest that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. The last person on my 10 swipe. 6, 7, 8, 9. And the last person I see is, oh my gosh, it's going too fast. I can't even read it. Okay. I'm not looking at the comments. They're on that half of the screen. I'm just gonna look, and then the first name I fall on, that's Ruth Bangaroo. Ruth, you just won it. Congratulations. All right, well, that's all the Everbee products I have, but please do go and check out Everbee. And if you go by and you write in the comments, let them know that Preacher Girl sent you so that she knows we love her and that we're supporting. No, I still have 2 left. And this is going to go to 2 people who go over to Kayla's blog and subscribe. Tell them where to find you.
You can find my podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and any other place that streams podcasts.
But what do they look for?
She Speaks with Kayla as the title.
She Speaks with Kayla. And I'll try to put that in the comments down below right after. So it's She Speaks with Kayla, and 2 lucky people are going to win these 2 amazing Eternal eyeliners. Kayla, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
It's going to be awesome. And she's going to be famous. So you got to subscribe now so you will say you knew her when she was little. Bye. God bless.